allergic conjunctivitis. So, as normally we start with the introduction, please let us understand what is allergic conjunctivitis.
Well, allergic conjunctivitis is a type 1 hypersensitivity reaction where we have an acute conjunctival reaction due to an environmental allergen. When I say conjunctiva, I mean the white part of the eye. So anytime this white part of the eye gets into contact with an environmental allergen, then there'll be the immune system of the body and of the eye will be activated and will have a certain type of reaction whereby the eye will try to get rid of this allergen that uh, is causing the disruption or the hyperactivity to occur. And when you're looking at this reaction, mostly there are various things that can happen or various things that can bring about this type of reaction. You can have pollen, we can have house dust or mites, we can have animal dander. For us in Kenya, mostly it's coal dust or smoke. And all this bring about a certain type of reaction in the eye that will cause the person affected to have probably watery eyes all day upon contact with the allergen, and they'll have itchy eyes. Sometimes they'll complain of irritation. And apart from the irritation, the eye will be red and they'll keep on rubbing the eye on and off, trying to soothe or rather ease the itchiness. But the downside of itching the eyes or rubbing the eyes, like we talked in our previous meet, was that the more you rub the eye, the more red it becomes, the more swollen it gets, and it will also bring about uh, hypersensitivity to light and also to somewhat blur your vision. So, as much as the eyes are itchy and irritating, we are advised not to keep on rubbing our eyes. We try as much as we can not to rub our eyes. So, when you're looking at allergic conjunctivitis, a lot of things may come up because there is no way you can deal with allergic conjunctivitis and fail to deal with bacterial or viral conjunctivitis. So when you're looking at uh, viral conjunctivitis, the difference between allergic conjunctivitis, bacterial conjunctivitis, and viral conjunctivitis is one, we're looking at the discharge. With allergic conjunctivitis, the discharge is very watery, very watery. Whereas the bacterial conjunctivitis, it will be a crusted, the patient will have or the client will have a crusted shut eyelid, and the discharge will be yellow or purulent, and the patient will have swollen lids. They even wouldn't want to rub the eye because it's painful. And sometimes they can present to you or come to you when the eyelids are shut. They can't even open the eyes. And then now when you're looking at the viral conjunctivitis doesn't happen on its own. There has to be a triggering factor or something that is bringing about this viral conjunctivitis. For instance, the patient can have a cough, a running nose, or a flu. So if a patient has a flu, has a cough, or a running nose, this flu will trigger viral conjunctivitis because we are having infection from the nose onto the eye. And this patient with viral conjunctivitis will have a watery or a stringy discharge, very stringy discharge, and the patient will complain of a burning sensation or rather just irritation. So this is how we differentiate. If a patient has got allergic conjunctivitis, the discharge will be very watery. It will even be like tears running down their cheeks. And for the viral conjunctivitis, they'll have a watery discharge, only that it's not running down the eyes, just stringy. You can actually pull it out with a cotton bud. And with the bacterial conjunctivitis, the discharge is thick, it is yellowish, and sometimes it crusts up and closes the eyelid. So most of the time, that is what we use to differentiate between these types of conjunctivitis. And then another thing, when we'll be looking at what we'll be looking at to be able to tell the difference is if there was any contact with an allergen. Were they playing with a pet, a cat, or a dog, or maybe the dust in the house, or is it summer? Is it sunny? Is it dusty? Are there pollen? Or within the environment, is it cold? We can be able to tell